Hello, and this is my Unity Clock game physics coursework. Here to kick things off is me in the lab. I use these photos as reference for the entire thing. Here's me sleeping. So the next step was to recreate the lab in Google SketchUp, and here it is in Max. If you want to learn about how I create these assets, you're best off watching my level design video, which I've linked on the screen now. The hour hands on the clock were rendered by a plugin for SketchUp that renders 3D text. So this is the skybox that I tried darn hard to import into my scene. The reason why we're playing this Melancholic 65 Days of Static song is I just couldn't get it to play with the clock, so I had to come up with an alternate solution. The tutorial for the skybox is linked on the screen now. So this was my placeholder solution, which is to create this yin-yang sun and moon type image. Great thing about Unity is it updates images instantaneously, so if I replace the sun with this little guy, it pretty much happens like that. So this is a sped up version of the Unity clock you see above, and here I'll show you how it's done. Sun-moon cycle is rotating in real time. It's a directional light on the moon and a spotlight with high intensity on the sun, and they rotate with the clock. On the far right you see a vertically revolving light object, and that creates the shadows in the scene. So that shines on the scene during the day, and as it's doing now, shining away from the scene, thus putting the scene in darkness during the night. You can also see the two different intensities of light on the sun and the moon, and the rotating of the image. I'm going to explain how I put the model of myself in the scene. So we started with this reference photo, took the background away using Photoshop. Google SketchUp does horrible things with shadows, so we quickly forgot about that. I converted the image file to a vector file in Adobe Illustrator, the vector file in Maya, and converted it to NURBS. Use the planner tool on the NURBS to create polygons and extrude as I'm doing now. Extrude the shirt past the pants, which I kind of didn't do enough of in this example to really show off what it does in Unity. But you can see what it does, and this is the quickest way I think to create 3D assets. Here I've assigned each hour to be a second, so we're spinning through the day-night cycle rather quickly. But that's the Unity clock so far. I am replacing the Max model with a proper 3D ragdoll physics doll, which will collapse at 8 PM, and that's being made at the minute. Meanwhile, I got in touch with the boys behind Operation Moonfall and struck a deal. If they succeed, I will create a Unity clock that counts down the days remaining for Majora's Mask to land on the 3DS. But until then, thanks for the watch.